Okay, so we headed to the nature reserves after the track meet. Everyone was really tired. I enjoy nature, and this is a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so I was excited to go out to the reserve. They said they had zebras, they had animals out there, but we got out there really late, so they were not out there. But it was kind of like a hike to get back to where the camp was or where the reserve was, which was exciting to me because I love nature. So I was just recording the way to get there. It was kind of like a alley, I would say. Everything was very rural. There was no restaurants. You would see a couple gas stations on the way there, but you really didn't see anything. Okay, so this is the water. This area was so relaxing. I got bit up. I actually got bit 5 times in my ankles. So she was giving us a tour around the camp. We had a tour person almost the entire time, a tour guide to help us and to take us around and show us around. They were very friendly. I'm sure it's a hard job trying to please a lot of people. But those are the little, she said this was called church. This was a church that they had out there in the reserve. That looks like straw or hay or something like that. I'm not sure what that is, but inside there was the church. And that's our tour person. She's giving us a tour and asking us exactly what we want to do. Look how beautiful that is. We allowed Laila and Mel, which is the person who organized the event back home, put it all together. That's her granddaughter. So she and Laila were the only kids there. There were another 13-year-old, but he didn't get on the trampoline. So I guess there was 3 kids. There were 13-year-old Laila and Mel. And Mel lives out of town. She was super fun. Her and Laila got along, and Laila took care of her.
You got the sweat.
So this right here, the kids are they're at a camp. So they had tents out there, and the kids would stay the night. I'm not sure how long, but they would stay the night at this camp. So we let them jump for a while. Then everyone got tired and was ready to go sit down because, like I mentioned, we had a track meet that day, and we all know after track meets it is very tiresome. You are on your feet working most of the time, or even if you're sitting in the stands, it can be draining just out there. And it wasn't that hot because we had shade. So this was the little camp where we gathered together, and they had a DJ out there. So that was really fun. The sunset, we were able to see the sunset over the water, and that was beautiful. So they kind of made us a little circle so we can all gather together and talk and hang out and get bit by mosquitoes.
Good evening.
And Layla's over there getting tired. So this was pretty cool. This was, we cooked, I don't know what this stuff is called, but it's like a white grain. There was really no taste. It was kind of like a rice. That's what it kind of tastes like. So they allowed them to cook. He said the women cook and the men actually go to work to cook. But he let them cook outside. They grilled food too. You see them back in the back there grilling.
If you go to the villages, every elder
Layla had an upset stomach the entire day.
Every elder.
So she really didn't eat anything.
They still maintain that. But except my mom. I think she's very modern.
This was
But
an
when she's cooked,
experience.
you find her putting in this. Right.
It kind of shows you their culture.
Right.
And how they prepare food outside for a lot of people.
You can see the corn has been crushed to powder form using the grinding mills. So now we don't put anything, no additives, nothing tasty here. It's just pure. Yeah, it's tasteless. Water has been boiling, right? Now we are going to start cooking the sadza, this one. So she will put.
He was another tour
Right. Then
guy.
What she is using there is a scale to mix the water with that powder. Yeah. Right. These big pots usually is for
They
the
have
big,
great
big
hospitality.
families.
They all treat
Yeah,
us
they can
very
use the
well.
smaller ones, but these ones usually they use them when there is a big family or when they've got gatherings. Yeah. So we decided to use this one so that today we look like a big gathering. Yeah. Okay. So everybody who gets married, you have to know how to do this in the African way. There is no restaurant.
Last meal that they learn how to cook? Is this like the hardest? Like the last?
No. It's just, this one is just a run over. I learned how to do this at 9. Okay, that's enough.
And they're just showing
Somebody
us how
can
to
come
prepare.
and experience it.
the grain.
Just how it's done.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure what it is.
I've been sent to twin by you. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Wow. This is what we're gonna eat, yeah?
I was very excited that Laila to experience their culture. To see how different it is.
Right. Right. Somebody can come?
And most of them, they cook
Let's
outside.
see you get to it, Maddie. What's thick? Oh, this gets harder.
Getting harder.
What's it? Okay. You want to try a craft? Typically
Yeah.
Want to try a craft?
Someone can try as well?
How long?
And I had to get Coach Craft because she wanted to do it right. She was serious about this task. And she was so coachable. It was so awesome watching her do this. Look at her. Oh, so cute. She wanted to learn how to cook that rice.
You're very coachable.
And it's not called rice, it's called something else. I don't know why I call it rice. It just looks like rice and tastes like rice.
Oh yeah, you stirring it
it's
up,
not
girl.
rice.
I see you.
It's probably disrespectful to even call it rice.
Okay. I mean, I feel like we could.
There's no way that between all of us we can find a right man and one man.
Right. That's what I'm
Yep.
And that's what she wanted. And I was like, and she was like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, let's talk to her.
Tell it ain't easy.
Well, she already wants that.
Yeah.
And then Laila got tired and went to sleep on me, so we headed back to the room right after the day finished eating. They built a fire. And that was pretty cool. And the reason why they threw that bottle in there just to throw it away, but they don't burn plastic. They just want to get rid of the bottle because it was on the floor, on the ground. And that was the stuff that they made and the food that they grilled. And they were serving us, like I said, they had great hospitality. I did try a piece of steak. That was all I tried. I went back to the room and ordered room service because I was getting bit by mosquitoes and Laila was sleepy and that was my room service. It was the same little white stuff. I don't know what that is. It was some greens and all kind of meat. One of those meats had a long tail on it and I was scared. I think it was goat. I'm not sure. But I was scared to eat that. And I tasted a little bit and I was just like, something wrong with that tail. I didn't like the tail. And then Layla made her some noodles because, like I said, she didn't eat out there either. She had an upset stomach. And then we went to bed and got ready for the next day. So I will see you on the next one. Bye.